All right, so it goes without saying, rainy days absolutely suck, except for when packages like this arrive. I'm really excited to kind of start this new bike build, but I'm kind of on the fence exactly what bike I want to build this up on. So originally I had gotten this product from a company who saw my video about my bike build I'm doing for the double-decker bike. I wanted to make that like electrified with a mid-drive motor. This company reached out to me and was like, hey, we'll send you a mid-drive motor, feature it on your video, let everybody know where you got it from. And I said, okay. So with that being said, I want to see if I can put this on the double-decker bike. Here's a screen grab on the screen right now of what the bike looks like. If you're familiar with putting mid-drive motors on bikes in general, please drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Because the original mid-drive motor I have on my BMX bike right now, I actually had a little bit of help from a friend to be able to install it on that bike. And it was custom made for my BMX bike. So I don't necessarily know exactly what I'm doing with installing this mid-drive motor on a double-decker bike, but I'm pretty sure I can install it on my BMX bike or my mountain bike. So with that being said, let's open this up, let's see what it's all about, let's talk all about the specs, and we'll go over the price. So you see here, the package came with 2 boxes. So I'm assuming one is the mid-drive motor, because that's what this is all showing on here, and this one's probably the whole battery pack set that comes with the bike. Oh yeah, these Raven Crest tactical knives, I'm really into. I have a promo code just in case you guys are into these types of things. It's in the description below. Pretty well packaged battery. Big battery, oh my gosh, this thing is heavy. I'm not too sure if I'll be able to run this on the BMX. I mean, this is, wish I had my scale out here. All right, let's grab this other battery. I mean, look at the difference there. This is a 48 volt. This is gonna be used for another bike that I'm doing a review on the channel. I just have it out here to charge. This thing is so heavy, oh my gosh. So the other battery is a 48 volt. This one is a 50 volt, and it's got some weight on it. Extra set of keys right there to be able to put on and take off the battery, just in case you leave your bike outside overnight or something like that. The rest inside the box, it looks like you have the clamps to be able to install the battery on the bike frame. This is probably our charger. Yep. And I did a video on like charger and battery certification, which I'm gonna go over here in a second to make sure that this battery has it. But this one has the certifications as well that we're looking for, the BFP, the FCC, the CE. This is stamp for approval, so this is definitely certified to be able to not have any house fires. That seems to be a common issue that a lot of people are really worried about. You also wanna make sure that you're charging your battery with the charger that came with your battery, because they're married together. And when I say married together, I'm not saying like this specific charger will only work with this specific battery. If you had multiples of this kit, obviously the charger will work with another set of battery, but what I'm trying to say is they are certified to work together. And the battery has that same certification. You have the SCC logo, you also have the UL certification, and that is, like I said, to kind of give you that peace of mind for any house fires. All right, rest of the packaging we got here. This looks to be the brackets. So here's some extra soft tape. This is the bracket with the cables. This will be what you attach your battery onto. So you would be using these guys to wrap it onto your frame. And then that allows you to be able to slide the battery on and off. This will connect to the whole mid-drive motor setup, which we'll go over when we do the full install video. Now we get into the goods. So far, the packaging is really good. Pretty impressed with that. You're presented with a user manual. User manual will go over everything, as well as, I'm assuming, some install tips. Yep, it has all the tips for installing this on your bike, which will come in handy for me for sure. Now this is really neat. It looks like it's layered in a sense that you would put it on in reverse chronological order. I'm gonna keep everything in their foam inserts, but I wanna show you guys. This looks really clean. So you have the BAFANG disc, you have a set of crank arms here, you have a throttle, you also have your 2 brake levers. Now when you pull out the throttle, it's gonna be a thumb throttle for this one instead of a twist throttle. I know some people are like really into twist throttles. I honestly like a thumb throttle. So the next layer looks to be 2 different dividers. The right side has a display, headlight, looks to be a tail light, and all of your display pieces back there. Yeah, a BAFANG display, and a lot of you guys might be familiar with this on other bikes that you have ridden. The headlight looks to be pretty decent. I mean, it's a little LED as well as a tail light, so that's always good. Now the next layer of goods looks to be not only tools, but some extra straps. Now, like I said, these straps are gonna come in handy when putting the battery on. That battery is really heavy, so I'm assuming I'm gonna be using all of these straps. So this will be the tool that it showed in the directions to be able to crank this thing down onto the bottom bracket as well as loosen it. There looks to be a nice Allen right there, so you got some extra tools. And the last section looks to be the hardware BAFANG logo as well as a wire harness. Now here comes the goods that everybody's been waiting for. This is gonna be the mid-drive motor setup. All right, so this section is actually pretty heavy. Let's see if I can pull this out of my hand. We'll put this guy aside. This is the motor. Let's see what else is in that packaging first. Looks like we have some extra tools, zip ties, a Allen key, a couple Allen keys there, so some extra tools to be able to do that. All the wires you're gonna need to be able to either run this internally in your frame if you decide to do so, or externally. I would actually recommend doing it externally if this is gonna be already like a DIY setup for yourself. You wanna make sure that you have some type of access to be able to switch these out if need be versus feeding them in and out of the frame if you have to. And here it is in all its glory. This is the BAFANG M625. It is a 1,000-watt motor with an IPX5 water resistant rating. Now this thing definitely is heavy. I gotta say this entire kit has got some weight on it. So if you're looking to possibly use this on some jumps and stuff like that, I think it's gonna really compromise the integrity of your frame. And with that being said, I think this would be a great addition if you're looking to do like a DIY setup for your cross-country bike or for your everyday bike going from point A to point B. Now I know this setup isn't gonna be for everyone. This is gonna be for a specific style of a rider or a specific bike niche. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting this on like a mountain bike you plan on jumping on trails because it would possibly compromise the integrity of the frame because you are adding a substantial amount of weight. I do see that this could be possible to use on like a scrambler style bike to have added power. I have an Aerial Rider Grizzly, Aerial Rider X-Class, a couple different fat tire e-bikes. I think it would be a pretty good opportunity to be able to add this on there. If I can't get this on the double-decker bike once I go to the drawing board to see if it would be possible, I think I'm gonna tackle putting that on one of the scramblers. If you guys have any suggestions, you know, different ideas you wanna see that on besides a scrambler bike, put those in the comments below. If any of you guys are interested in that BAFANG motor setup, the link in the description below will take you there. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, put them in the comments below. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.